Good morning, noodlers. This is Paul Romero with the Sell a House Wholesale Real Estate Training number, oh my gosh, wrong book, number 93. There we go. Well, you know what? This is Wednesday, March 18th, and we had a deal close yesterday that we contracted back in January of I don't know when. So everybody talks about, when you're looking at wholesale real estate, everybody's always talking about no money involved and, get a deal, get it under contract, flip it to a buyer, boom, boom, boom. You could be making money in 3 to 5 days on your deals. And that's absolutely true. You can do that. We've purchased property that we contracted today, signed a buyer the same day, and had it closed by the end of the week and put up $100 to do it, to make, I don't know, $6,000 to $15,000. I don't know exactly how much we made on that specific deal, or right now, quite frankly, even which specific deal that was. But yes, I know for sure that we've done that. We've actually contracted a property and closed it all in the same week. It is possible. It does happen. For the most part, I would say, your wholesale real estate deals are going to close from the day you contract them. You're going to close them with about 2 to 3 weeks is usually what's going to happen. And a number of them are going to close 30 days out. Ourselves, we always try to get at least a 30-day, closing date on our contracts, just so we have time to market properties and to put them out there and to find buyers and get the best possible price for them. So a lot of times we won't even accept an offer in the first week. We'll just tell people, okay, great, that's a good offer. I'm going to continue to take offers for this week. I just put this property out, and I'll let you know next week. I'll let you know on Monday. Hey, and if you can't buy it on Monday, then we'll have somebody else that will. No worries. So we do that quite a bit. We'll put properties out. We won't even accept an offer for a week's time, and sometimes it takes a little longer. It's a funny thing. We can put properties out all week long for a week and hardly get any interest in it whatsoever. And then we take it off. We don't do anything for 3 or 4 days. And then we put it back out there again, and then all of a sudden people are all over it. So I mean, who knows what people are thinking and what's going on, especially with email though. When you're email blasting out your properties, a lot of people don't look at their email box every day. A lot of people only look at their email box, a couple times a week. So it all depends on who you're sending it to, how they operate, how you're delivering your properties to them. And so there's a lot of different factors that go in it. But yes, your deals this is by far the most costly and lengthiest deal that we've ever done. It had a lot of moving pieces in it. There was a lot of things that had to get taken care of. We present ourselves as a business about helping people. So we are, hey, listen, this is what you're going to make, and we're going to, take care of everything over and above that. You're going to make this as a net profit, right? And we're going to take care of everything over and above that. So we anticipated that this deal was going to be closed in this average 2, maybe 3 week time frame. Probably 3 weeks on this one, because we knew there was a couple of extra things to do. Well, there turned out to be a little bit of a glitch on title, where long ago in the day, they didn't necessarily include on all deeds the rights of survivorship, joint tenancy clauses into deeds. So we had two people who didn't have that on their original deed. So now we have to take steps in order to combine these people, and this happened to be a probate deal. So, and they're both passed away. So we had to take the steps to combine these people all into one, so that one of the heirs of this property could actually sell this property to us. So we had to open 3 probates, and I mean, a lot of time and money spent on this deal, which ultimately, ultimately we closed it. We're making some money. We're getting reimbursed, obviously, for all the money that we put out through the sale. Now, obviously, that's eating into our profit margin some, but hey, at the end of the day, we put out a lot of money, but we're still making a profit at the end of the day. So it is a win-win for everybody. The family, we kind of reunited a family with this deal too. That's kind of a really cool thing. A sister and brother were kind of at odds a little bit with each other, and because of this property needing to be sold at the time when it did, and sort of forcing them to come together and work together and get all of the things taken care of that needed to be taken care of, like cleaning the stuff out of the property that's been sitting in there for who knows how long. They had to come together and divide things up and do all these sorts of things. And in doing so, this brother and sister that, like I said, have sort of been at odds with each other for years, sort of, got closer, brought their family closer back together a little bit. So that was a really cool thing to see. That was a real nice benefit out of this deal, was to see that happen. And so, that was part of the deal. Like I said, the deal got closed. We're making a profit, a smaller profit, obviously, by by nearly $2,000. Yeah, we had to actually come out of pocket with almost $2,000 to get this deal to close. So, regardless, like I said, it's a good deal. It's making us some money. It took a long time. We learned a lot through it. That's one of the great things. Every deal that you do, and I can tell you, gosh, right now we've done quite a few deals over the past few years, and there's been almost every deal something different, something new, something to learn, something we didn't know along the way with just about every deal. Oh, here's a different little thing, that a different way you can do this. Oh, this is something that has to be done whenever you do this in the future. All these kinds of things that you learn along the way that you thought. It's so funny. When we first started out, we did our first deal. First 2 deals actually pretty much went down almost the exact same way. And it's like, wow, this is easy. Anybody can do this. I can see what these guys are talking about. This didn't take that much effort, blah, blah, blah. Everything went smoothly, this, that, and the other thing. And, but like the very next deal, excuse me. Uh-oh. Thank you. But like the very next deal that we did, all of a sudden now it was completely different, and we had to completely scramble around and try to figure out a whole bunch of stuff that, well, the first 2 deals weren't anything like this. What's all this stuff about? How come we have to do this? Why is this going on? Why do we need this? So you're going to find that that's the fun, whole exciting part. That's one of the fun, whole exciting parts about wholesale real estate, is that you're constantly learning and growing, and there's constantly new things being thrown at you. And this is why we talk about mindset a lot, because if you're not the type of person who sees these problems as a challenge instead of a problem of, oh my God, how are we going to fix this problem? Seeing it as, oh, look at this. Here's a unique and different challenge. What's it going to take for us to overcome this challenge? If you don't see things in that kind of a light, you're going to have a hard time with this, because quite honestly, a lot of these deals are nothing but problem after problem after problem, or as in our mind, how we like to say, is just challenge after challenge after challenge after challenge. And so it's exciting when you come out on the other side of a challenge victorious. I mean, You've had challenges in your life, fun challenges. An obstacle course is a challenge. You run an obstacle course, you get to the other end, it's exciting. You've completed a challenge. You overcame that challenge. And if you look at these problems with your wholesale real estate deals in the same manner, that wow, at the end of the day, on the backside, how exciting is that? We overcame all those challenges and we got this deal done anyway. Look at that. That's really, really cool stuff. So I just wanted to put it out there that yes, wholesale real estate is all about, find them, contract them, sell your contract, make some money, all on virtually no dollars whatsoever. But it doesn't always happen exactly that way. You're going to have a lot of interesting things pop up that you had no idea even existed, and you're going to have a lot of interesting things pop up that you had an idea exist. And you're like, okay, well, you know what? I know about that, because this is one of the things you have to really, really do when you're starting out in this, is you really just have to draw the line and say, there's no way I'm ever going to learn anything first. There's way too much to learn. It would be ridiculously foolish to try to learn anything. As George C. Patton once said, a I don't know, a, a, not a very good plan executed today is far better than a perfect plan executed tomorrow. Because you know what? We like to use the term ready, aim, fire, right? I mean, you got to draw the line. You got to say, you know what? Some of this stuff, I'm just going to have to wait till it happens and figure it out. And that's the challenge. Okay. Boom. Here's one of those things. Okay. I didn't take time to learn this, but now it's before me. So now I have to figure out what it's all about. Now I have to learn it. Now I have to overcome this challenge and make it, and come out the other side victorious. And that's the best way to learn. I mean, you learn anything best by doing, not by reading and studying and all of that stuff. So all the stuff that you think you have to learn first in order to get out there and do some wholesale real estate, you got to draw a line. You got to say, you know what? There's a lot to learn. I've learned some stuff. I've learned enough. I've learned enough to get out there and get started and get this thing and get this thing going and doing. And you know what? Probably on my very first deal, I mean, expect it right out of the gate. Probably on my very first deal, something's going to pop up. I'm going to have no idea how to handle it immediately, and I'm going to have to go to work, and I'm going to have to figure it out, and I'm going to have to overcome whatever that challenge is that gets presented to me, and I'm going to have to come out victorious on the other side if I'm going to want to get a payday. And if you have that mindset going in, then there's nothing that comes your way that you won't be able to face and actually overcome and be successful at it. And fortunately for John and myself, John being my partner that you've seen here, I guess we're kind of bullheaded, hard-headed guys that, whatever comes down the pike, we're going to take it on, and we're going to try to figure out, how to make it right and how to fix it and how to get through it, and what it's going to take to do whatever needs to be done to have a successful closing on the backside. So it's one of the biggest hurdles for new people wanting to get into wholesale real estate is that whole analysis of paralysis thing, or paralysis of analysis thing, where you feel like you've got to know everything before you can get started. And I'm telling you, you can't. You're not that smart. You may never. I don't think, with all the different things that we've seen over the past few years, I don't think we'll ever know it all. And you know what? By the time we've learned it all, we'll have forgotten half of it. And when it comes up again, we'll have to relearn it again. And besides that, everything changes so much in real estate, day to day, month to month, year to year. New laws are coming into effect, all these different types of things. So you're constantly having to change. You're constantly having to learn and grow. You're constantly having to come up with and overcome a new challenge. And so you've got to look at getting started in wholesale real estate as, you know what, this is just a challenge I'm going to have to overcome. I don't know everything. It doesn't make a difference. So I know enough right now. I can get started because I know I have to do this in order to go find deals. And I know I have to do this in order to talk to people and negotiate deals, and I know I have to do this in order to contract deals, and I know I have to do this to try to market my deals and get a buyer. And with those four pieces right there, okay, great. I got enough knowledge. I got enough knowledge. And even if you don't even have all the knowledge of those four pieces, for instance, I got to do this to go negotiate and get a contract, right? Well, what do you got to do? You got to comp properties, do all that stuff. Well, hey, if you don't know how to do that, doesn't matter. You get a guy that calls you up, run down to a real estate office and say, hey, listen, man, I got a deal here that I'm going to negotiate a contract on this guy. And if you could help me out, maybe I'm not sure how this is going to go out, how this is going to go down. I really don't know. I'm new at this. But if you could help me out, figure out what this property is worth, if there's an opportunity for me to get you a listing or something with this property, I'll be more than happy to do that for you. I'll be more than happy to do that. But I mean, I can't promise you anything because I don't know. I'm new at this. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how this whole deal is going to play out, but I'm not really good at comping properties right now. I'm real unsure about what the value of this property is and what I should be offering this guy. Do you think you could help me out? Any real estate agent's going to help you out. I mean, some of them might not be very good at being able to help you out, and some of them might be a little snaky and want to know more about your deal to maybe try to get in there and get themselves a listing. A few things to be a little bit careful with, a little bit leery of. But for the most part, people want to help people, and real estate agents are no different than anybody else. And if you come in there asking for some help, it's quite likely you're going to get it. And who knows? You might meet a great person. You might develop a long-term friendship. You guys, the first person you talk to, you might end up doing business with for years to come. Who knows? First person you talk to, you might walk out the door going, that guy's goofy. He's crazy. I'm going to another place. Who knows? You never know what this world's going to throw at you. So don't be afraid. Jump in. Get some knowledge. Get enough knowledge that you feel comfortable that, you know what? I'm going to be lost when I get in, but I'm going through this door and I'm going to start figuring this out. And that's how you do it. Now, if you want to cut through a whole lot of that, make it a whole lot easier on yourself, have somebody who's done there and been that, been there and done that kind of a thing that, we can help you, who can help you with the pieces that you are unsure of. Then I'm sure by now, after 93 hangouts, that you know what to do. You know where to go, right there to the propertynoodlers@gmail.com, and send us an email, and we'll be more than happy to help you, educate you, coach you, bring you on board the team, and put you directly on deals, which is what our Property Noodler program does. But whatever it is that you want to do, we're helpful guys. If you need help comping a property, your very first deal, give us a call. Be happy to try to help you if we can. So whatever it takes. Anyway, that's it for today, guys. Just wanted you to know, not all wholesale deals are the same. Some of them are very, very different than others. And each and every one of them is probably going to present you with some kind of a new challenge. So be prepared for that. Be excited about that. Be looking forward to that. Be wanting to see what that next challenge is, and excited about going, okay, right on, I got a new challenge here. What do I got to look at? Because it's educational, it's learning, it's growing. It's only going to make you a bigger, better, stronger person, and a bigger, better, stronger wholesaler, and a bigger, better, stronger investor, and a bigger, better, stronger everything. That's what it's going to do for you. So with that, everybody, I want to say thanks for joining us today. We'll be back here on Friday. That's going to be the 20th. Wow. Am I in the right week? Yeah. It's going to be the 20th of March. First half of March is over already. It's going to be the 20th of March, and we're going to be talking about some more wholesale real estate. Very interesting stuff. So with that, oh universe, I ask not for more riches, but for more wisdom. with which to make better use of the riches given to me at birth so that I can control and direct my own mind to whatever end I might desire. Have a great day, everybody. Get out there and you know what? Draw the line, make the decision, get started. You're never going to know it all.